Okay, I'm going to show you how to add gradebooks in Aeries.net or Teacher Portal, whichever you know it as. So this is the screen that you will see when you click on a gradebook when you first log in. And obviously the first thing you want to do is add a gradebook. So we go ahead and click on Add Gradebook. Okay, first things first, we have to click right here and figure out what term we're in. Here at Pacheco, we have fall and spring. And that's how they want us to set up our gradebooks. So we are currently in spring semester, so we would go ahead and click on spring. And then next, we go ahead and click on whichever period we are trying to add. So I'm going to go start period 1 and then hit save. Okay, now in order to get back to the original screen so I can add my next gradebook, I go ahead and click on Add Gradebook again. All right, spring. And this time I'm going to do period 2 and save. Okay, add gradebook, spring, period 3, and save. Add gradebook, spring, period 4, save. Add gradebook, spring, and period 6, and save. Okay, so if I click up here where it says my 6th grade class, I can get a drop down of all my different gradebooks. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Apparently I have a 5th period prep, so go me. Okay, so I know I've added them all. So the next thing I need to do is I need some students. So I'm going to click right up here where it says Manage Students. All right, now it says I have students that need to be added or dropped, in this case probably added. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Students. Okay, and it's going to populate my whole list. So its default is to actually add all my students to all of my gradebooks for me all at once. And I think that's probably the fastest and best way to do it. If you are very paranoid and you don't like that, you can click on each class one by one and add the students one by one to each class. But I'm going to do it the fast way. So I click on all entering students. I say add all students. And done. Go ahead and hit close. Okay. And you can see right here, I have students now. Okay, I can go ahead and change to period 1. Click on Manage Students, and you can see I have students in that class as well. Period 2, Manage Students. Oh, great. All right, so now I have students in all of my classes. Now, one thing I'm going to show you here in Los Banos Unified, currently there is no way to I'm sorry, there is no default for final marks. Everything's 0. So if we click on final marks, what this is right here is a default in the test program that I'm currently using. But here at Los Banos Unified, everything is defaulted to 0. So you have to set this up so that basically if everything's defaulted to 0, it just thinks that if a child is getting 0 points, then they get an A, which is probably not what you want. So we're going to have to change all these percentages from 0 to whatever you want the ranges to be. Okay, so that's up to you. I think there is something that's mandated at the district level. I'm not sure. You'll have to talk to another teacher if you're not sure what that is. But that's what you can go ahead and do that. Now, one thing I'm going to show you to make that easier so you don't have to do this 6 times is we're going to go ahead and link gradebooks. So up here at the top, link gradebooks. And I'm just going to put them all in group 1 together and then hit save. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on Manage Gradebook just on any of these. Doesn't really matter which one. Okay. Now, when I click on Link Gradebooks again, you can see that they are all listed in group 1. Okay. Go ahead and go back. So now I'm going to click on Final Marks. And you can see I'm in period 1. This is the default right here for period 1, 98 to 100 is an A plus. So let me just show you period 2. It says 98% to 100 is an A plus. So I'm going to go ahead, go back to period 1, final marks, and I'm going to change it to 98.99. And then I'm going to hit Save Changes. Okay, and now we're going to look at period 2, final marks, and look, I changed it to 98.99. So this can be a fast way for you to enter your final marks for all of your classes at one time. You just link them all together in one group, you set up your final marks, and it will set those same final marks for all of your classes at one time. So you don't have to enter it 6 times. Okay, once you've set your final marks, you want to make sure you go back into Link Gradebooks, and you want to unlink them because you don't want them linked forever if they're not all the same classes. So everything goes back to 0 and we hit save. Okay, so link gradebooks, now we have no groups, it says ungrouped. Now, looking at my classes, I can actually see that I do have classes that are the same. So period 1 and period 2 are the same class, so I can put those both into one group. And periods 3, 4, and 6 are also the same, so I can put those into a different group. Now what this does, as you've seen, is any changes I make to one gradebook in a linked group automatically makes those same changes to the other gradebooks in that group. So for example, if I create assignment categories in period 1, I say homework and tests and participation. Save. Okay. Now, period 2 is linked to period 1. Categories are there. Okay, so I set that up in one gradebook and it automatically made that in the gradebook it was linked to. So if I were to go to period 3, which is not linked to periods 1 and 2, I do not have any categories right now. Okay, so this is helpful. So that you create an assignment in period 1, it'll automatically create that assignment for period 2. Things like that. So it's a really good tool for you to save some time and not have to keep entering things over and over again, the same thing in all your gradebooks. You link them together, you do it once, it puts it in all of the linked gradebooks. Okay, so those are the basics of setting up your gradebook. If you have more questions, please feel free to contact your site tech coaches or your computer tech, and they'll be happy to help you. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much.